Promised y'all I was gonna film yesterday. I didn't. And I apologize, but I had good reason because we just did another Soldotna for BCI. And let's see, let me set all up right here. So I really didn't want to bore you with the exact same, route that we had just done. And yeah, so I apologize. Hopefully y'all can forgive me. As you can see, we got a different set of wheels today. So this is Nolo's truck. Obviously this was my old truck. This is what I started YouTubing in. I used to have a different visor on it. Didn't have the bumper when I had it, but either way, this truck is an awesome truck. I love this truck. If I didn't have my 389, I would ask for this truck back. It's lacking on wheelbase. You piece of garbage. If y'all can see, it's a little short on the wheelbase, but it has the Canadian spread or the Texas spread, where the rear drive axles, they're like I think this is a 60-inch spread, 61-inch. Either way, it gets real good traction. It's a strong truck. I've had this thing loaded down with, I've had probably 90,000 pounds, 95,000, yeah, for sure. 95,000 pounds behind it, and she doesn't miss a beat. It's got a 6NZ, 18-speed, you know the deal. So we're doing the metal run today. Not much here, honestly. This could have very easily went on a smaller flatbed, but got some longer stuff over there. So I'm gonna strap this down, and then yeah, we'll get rolling here in a minute. Okay, hopefully y'all can see me. So there's been a lot of debate on, I guess I'll bring you down a bit. There's been a lot of debate on my channel, or not a lot, but we'll say a little. There's been a little bit of debate on my channel on the proper way to run your straps, either through the rub rail or over it. Now, let's start this conversation off by saying DOT does not care, okay? So if you are rolling across the scale and your straps are coming over your rub rail and to your winch, DOT is not gonna say anything to you. If you choose to go through the inside, DOT will not say anything to you. Now, I prefer to go on the inside of the rub rail. We'll get that covered first, all right? That is my method of choice. It's not always possible. Sometimes you have a load that comes all the way out to the edge. Sometimes the rub rail's bent on the trailer you're picking up. There is a ton of reasons why someone may or may not run the strap through the rub rail. When I'm doing an LTL flatbed, where I'm going to be strapping and unstrapping like 20 times a day, I do not typically run my straps through the rub rail. Yes, if I hit something, it could break my straps and then the load would be unsecure. I don't drag my trailers along things. So, assuming that the only other issue I would have would be an accident, which would be unfortunate. But, we're not gonna, if this comes over here and you scrape something down the side of your trailer, well, one, if you're looking at your mirrors, you should know. And then for two, I would really hope, that you're doing your load checks and all that stuff. So people are acting like, it's like this fatal crime. Like I said, when I can, I go through the rub rail every time. But sometimes the load, time restraints, you know, me knowing that I'm gonna have, you know, 8, 10, 12 stops where I'm gonna be strapping and unstrapping, it's just counterintuitive. So, you know, if you're in my comments saying, hey, rookie, you know, make sure you strap on the inside of the rub rail, you're gonna kill somebody. No, I'm not. So, you see super loads, we haul oversized equipment, all the chains, you know, come around the outside of your low boys, stuff like that. In fact, the brand new low boy we just bought, all the D-rings are located on the edge of the trailer that fold up to the side of the trailer. So it's, like I said, good practice. It's a great practice to try to keep all your securement inside the rub rail. I'm not gonna deny that. But is it the only way? No. Is it, you know, you're gonna kill somebody the first time you don't put a strap inside the rub rail? No. Okay. So just that little bit of a tidbit of advice on this fine Wednesday, that if you see somebody with straps outside the rub rail, just don't judge them as hard. Also, I pick up a handful of loaded trailers periodically that are preloaded. For instance, the trailer, Monday's trailer that I took down to Soldotna, I did not strap that trailer down. Someone else did. I'm not gonna go through, it's not efficient for me or the company or the customer to go through and unstrap all 11 straps and restrap just so I can tuck, you know, the straps inside the rub rail. So yeah, a lot of these times if you see me on a load and the straps are not inside the rub rail, it's either A, I have a lot of stops and I don't have the time, or don't choose. Like, you can make the time, but sometimes I don't choose to. Anyway, enough about that. All I'm gonna say is, yeah, this works, but that also works. Don't drag your trailers along things, and you'll be okay. Okay, let's get this wrapped up. Okay, we are rolling. I have no idea how that camera angle is. I'm using Nolo's phone mount, so hopefully it's halfway decent. Try to tighten her up a little bit. Yeah, so we're rolling. What else was I gonna say to you guys? Nope, not our light. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to be riding this thing. Oh, so my wife, did I tell y'all? Yeah, I told you. My wife got me this gimbal. It's like, you know, it's like a handle for holding your phone or your camera or whatever. Keeps it level and all that. So she got me a gimbal and a tripod for Christmas. And she got me better microphones than what I tried that one time. So hopefully we can get some microphone action, so that if, you know, I can set y'all up somewhere and you can still hear me if I'm further away. But I gotta play around with them and get the settings right before I try to use them in a video, because last time I tried to use microphones in a video, it was awful. Okay, so. Also, hats. I had a bunch of you guys reach out, say you wanted some hats. This is probably not the ones I'll get. I'm gonna talk to the boss. I think we'll just get like the standard Trucker 110, like the old school cat hats, or the Richardson 110, the trucker hats. And I think I'll probably do those. I gotta get a quote on them, and then I'll let y'all know. So originally I wasn't sure how I was gonna do it. I was like, hey, let me know, and I'll try to get you a hat. But I think what we'll do is I'll probably just get a Shopify account and post a link in my bio on YouTube, so that way you could just click on it, go order a hat, and be done with it. And there's no like, hey, you know, DM me your address or email me. You know, I saw your email else and saw your comments. They're coming. I'll let you know as soon as it goes live to where you can order one. But I'll make sure you guys can get some hats. Whoa, man. All right. Well, let's. I guess let's get this show on the road. I only have 3 stops. They should be, you know, pretty self-explanatory. So we'll just see what happens. I don't foresee any real bad weather, but I haven't really checked the weather, so I probably should do that before I say that. But yeah, 4 hours down, we'll get unloaded. 4 hours back. Hopefully be home in time for supper. Just some more wild January weather. We're down here by Connect Arm. You guys have seen this a bunch. Not Connect Arm, I'm sorry, Tourniquet Arm. Tourniquet Arm. You guys have seen me come through here a bunch. And yeah, it's just raining. 40 degrees, cats and dogs. Hey, now we're getting to some winter trucking. Oh baby, it's already summer again. The tour buses are out. Man, I thought we had a few months before they show up. Oh well, such is life. All right, we're gonna do something I know half of you guys don't do enough of, and that's called a little old load check. Check our straps. You know, they could probably take a click. No, it's not a air leak. I'm on a weird angle. It's hard to tell on the camera, but that's all it is. Weird angle. That one's tight. That one's tight. Now, when I say some of you guys, I'm talking to myself too, because especially when like I passed like 4 trucks coming up the pass, because obviously I was, you know, I have no weight on, so I was able to just bomb right up. And it's pretty tough because you pass them all, and then the last thing you want to do is pull over and then get repassed. But gotta get out and do those mid trips, you know. In fact, sometimes I should probably give that a click. I don't know, it's not. Yeah, I'll go give it a click. I don't know if I would say that the mid trips are as crucial as a pre-trip, but I'd say they're up there, because you know you can catch a lot of stuff if you just walk around the truck. Like, you know, you'll forget one of those will be down. Like I just found out, you know, you have a flat tire or something that is seemingly minor, until it goes on for too long. You know, like you can, you know, just anything, you know, a loose strap that's about to come off. Just doesn't hurt to get out and do a little walk around. Plus, you know, it's good to stretch your legs. It's good to look at the view. I'm debating walking over there trying to get a picture, but yeah, so I think there's a walking path, or at least people have made their own path down to the water. That's Kenai Lake. Sure is nice. It kind of reminds me when the weather's like this, it almost reminds me of like the North Georgia or Tennessee mountains. Kind of wet, cold winter. Anyway, All right, let's get back to driving. Finally getting a little winter weather. We're getting her unloaded. 2 skids. Got 1 bundle, 1 tube. That's it. Not a whole lot. Pretty easy drop here. So carry this over and then be done. Finally getting a little winter weather. It's still 35 degrees. So everything's real slushy and wet, but hey, we're actually getting snow. Not that I'm really excited necessarily, but it is kind of reassuring to see that, you know, Alaska can still get some snow and we're not completely, we haven't completely went off the tracks on our weather patterns. But these types of winters happen. I mean, I guess in the 11 years I've been here, I've probably seen 1 other winter that was similar. But last 3 winters we had record snow, and now we have, record no snow. So gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, let's get over to Kenai and drop at the SBS over there, and then boogie for Homer. It is, let's see, 1:10 p.m. That sounded really weird. 1:10 p.m. Yeah, anyway. Go unload over there. If we can make it to Homer and be unloaded by 3, I'm going to be stoked. But we'll see. We'll see. Also, we're going to row through some gears. I'm not going to go through all 18 because you never shift all 18 gears. Unless you're just stupid heavy. Which I can't think of a time where I still needed all 18. Like I might start off in like low, and then go to low high, and then go to like 1. But then usually, you know, in between like your 1-2 shift, you can usually swing it once you get some momentum. And then you just want to shift the high side. But for now, we're going to start off in first, which we normally, you know, just first direct, then 2 direct, 3 direct, 4 direct. Then we're going to go to the high side. We're going to hit 5 direct. And then we're going to split it. So now it's 5 above, or whatever they call it. Now we're in 6 direct. Now we're going to go in 6 high, or 6 above. Now we're in 7 direct. And go 7 high. And we're cruising at 45, so we'll just stay there. So 7 high is really like 16th gear, technically, because then you go 17, which would be 8 direct, and then you go to 18, which would be 8 high. So yeah, we're in 16th gear, 45 miles an hour, 1,300 RPM. I don't know what gears this truck has in it. It'll run. It's not quite as fast as my 389. Like that one will cruise above the speed limit at a very low RPM. Or not very low, but chill RPM, you know. You can do 80 at 1,500, essentially. This one is close. Might be the same. Might have 355s in it. I don't know. I think it has like 373s or something, which is honestly, I think, the ideal. 373s, 393s is like the ideal gear to me for Alaska, but it kind of depends on what you're doing. Depends on your transmission. A lot of things. But neither here nor there. Let's get over to Kenai. Too easy. Warmed up our chili. All strapped down, ready to go. Apparently, the highway. Sorry guys, for some reason the camera got turned off. So what I was saying was, I guess the highway south of Ninilchik is a parking lot right now. I'm guessing it's just an accident. I guess there's lots of emergency lights and stuff, so I'm not too worried about it. It is, you know, snowing still. We'll see how it's snowing down there, but we're gonna eat a little chili. Also, if you don't know, put some Fritos in your chili instead of like cornbread or rice. It's pretty good. I didn't warm this up enough. It's still cold, but it's okay. It's edible. So we're gonna eat it. Shout out to my wife for making chili the other night, so I could have leftovers and not have to starve today. You know what I'm saying? That'll do. That'll do. All right, y'all. I'll bring you guys back in when we get into some fun stuff, I guess. Boy, I tell you what, roads got kind of bad in a hurry. There's not that much snow on the road, but there's just enough. There's a solid like icy slush layer underneath, so kind of got me bouncing all over, but it ain't too bad. It's drivable. We're still doing about 45, 50. I mean, if it was all straight, it would be could probably go a little faster, be comfortable. But with these curves, remember, you always want to do your braking before the curve. So if you can start off slower into it, it's just gonna be a lot better off. A lot better odds. 33 degrees, so the temperature's just right for some real slick conditions. And yeah, we just want to be aware, make sure we're watching for people coming through the corners. You know, you don't want somebody to blow a corner and then pop you in the process, because it sounds like that's just what happened down in the Nilchik with that accident I was telling you. It's all stopped. Yep, had a head on down there. Hopefully everybody's all right. But anyway, just thought I'd give you all an update. We're gonna keep skating south. We're probably, I don't even know, 15, 20 miles south of Soldotna now. Doesn't help that we're basically empty, you know. I have no driveway, so. And just for all you guys wondering, the Jakes are on right now. Oh yeah. You never know when you're gonna want them, so we just leave them on. But yeah, I can spin the tires if I get in it, but it's not bad. It ain't terrible. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep driving. I'll keep you guys posted. Oh yeah, we're in the thick of it now. Huh. It's not terrible, but I don't know, what would y'all call this? A snowstorm? Snow showers? A blizzard? It's probably hard to see on camera how much snow is falling, but something. I don't know, it's probably like 4 or 5 inches in the road. I passed the snowplow going north, but obviously I'm headed south, so we're still blazing a little trail, but there's some tracks through it, so not too bad at all. Well, they have traffic stopped here in Nilchik. I'm guessing for that accident. I just want to make sure my my lights were clear for traffic coming up. Guess they're not letting everybody through at once. So we'll see what happens. Well, traffic's moving northbound, so I'm guessing it's only a matter of time. Oh, look. It's only a matter of time before traffic's moving southbound. And here we go. Not bad. A little 5-minute wait. Cannot complain. Can't complain at all. Coming down the hill into Homer. And y'all know it. We're rocking the Jakes. I mean, this is sanded so well, you know, it's not really like you're gonna slide anyway, but almost there. Final delivery, and then we can bag out, which I am ready to do. Weather's slowed us down a little. It is 3:27. We're probably about 8 minutes from SBS. And then we'll see how long it takes to get unloaded. Hopefully not too long. Getting unloaded. And that burgundy just pops. We like it. We like it. One more pick and we'll be out of here. Probably gonna go borrow the restroom real quick. Look at all this snow build up. Look under here. Oh yeah. That's the downside when it's this temperature out. That slushy snow just packs onto everything. Alright, let's go potty and then we'll be back. Well, if it isn't Mr. Pat Murphy himself. He's hauling some fish back. You got train horns on that thing. I need some train horns on the 389, I tell you what. But yeah, his radio ain't working real well, so we weren't really able to chat, but I knew I was catching him because he called me right, or I called him right when he was leaving Homer, and I was just a few minutes behind him, so. Yes, sir, roads are great, 36 degrees, not snowing near like it was, northbound. Let's go. Y'all, this is just some more of the same. Not too bad, not too great. It's not quite as bright out as it looks in the camera, but yep, decent winter trucking. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep on heading north, and I'll keep y'all posted if anything changes. Otherwise, we're just gonna roll on to Anchorage. Well, we made it to Sterling, and a lot more of the same. Scale is open. Why they're open in weather like this? Well, you know, I don't know. Ain't no biggie. Rolled through, no problems. Yeah, it's a little slick. 33 degrees makes that snow real nice and icy like, but nothing we haven't seen before, can't handle. So I'm guessing it's probably getting cool enough now through the pass. We'll probably be running through snow most of the way back to town, but I don't know. We'll find out. Oh yeah, it's getting good now. Not much has changed other than just the amount of snow falling, like that, you know. Which obviously it's kind of counterintuitive to turn on your brights like that because, well, so usually I switch to my regular high beams on my headlights. Can see a bit better that way. But yeah, it's coming down pretty hard. So we like that. Yippee doo dah. Oh, sometimes it gets dark and lonely out here. More snow, more snow. We're north of Cooper Landing now, almost to the Y. Well, probably got about 10 miles to the Y. And then we'll head north on the Seward Highway. Get on back to Anchorage. Well, we went from torrential snow to torrential rain in about an hour. It looks kind of like snow, but, and it's probably a little wintry mix, you know, it's probably a little bit of snow and rain, but it's 36 degrees, a lot of rain, just a lot of nasty. Nothing we really like, but I guess it is more snow now. There for a, oh yeah, that's snow. There for a second it was just pouring rain. But now we're back to snow, but the road is 36, well, 34 here. The road's still wet. So we'll see how long that lasts. Love it, love it. Made it back to Anchorage, and what do we have? Snow here too. It's supposed to be up in like the 40s this weekend though, so I don't think it's gonna stay around, which is just crazy, but we got snow for tonight. Let's go drop this trailer, and then we'll go park this mule at the shop and call that a wrap. I forgot how tiring it is to drive through a snowstorm all day. It wears you out a lot faster than, oh, there's this guy. Oh yeah, they're flying. Wears you out a lot more than just regular driving. Okay, let's find a spot for this girl. Which I'm gonna bet it's gonna be, oh, right there. Because, well, why not? Let's make sure nobody's coming. They're not. Yeah, we've gotten probably like an inch and a half out here. Not bad. Yeah, it's supposed to be 38 degrees tomorrow and then 40 Saturday and Sunday. And then, door trick, you know? Let everybody know we're a real long-nosed driver. Except it's a lot harder to do when you're trying to film. Okay, I think that's it. Oh yeah. We can make that work. That's not pretty, but all right, let's get this thing stabbed in here. And I will holler at y'all in a second. And just like that. Oh, getting ahead of myself. Oh, man. All right, let me grab another glove. Just like that, she's all dropped off. I mean, let me rephrase. Not dropped off, but parked up. How about that? See, this is why. Yeah, so this is why I'm not a big fan of this truck. Look at how tight that gap is. So like trying to fit in there, there's no room. So, I mean, we could trim these back, but really this thing with this Canadian spread, you know, it pushes that tire up to here instead of back a little bit. And long story short, man, I'm gonna have to, let's see here. Yeah, long story short, you know what? Hang on, y'all. Okay, so like I was saying, yeah, this thing really needs to be stretched out. Look at all that snow build up in there. Ugh. Really needs to be stretched out. I mean, you know, I think, I mean, my 389 is what? 270 wheelbase. I think if it was, I think a 280 is a good wheelbase for up here, you know, considering that we do, you know, in-town work and out-of-town work. If I was just like a line hauler, I didn't have to do any work in town, I'd go, you know, 315 or whatever. But since we do both, well, it's nice to be able to actually maneuver around these shippers and receivers and all that good stuff. I mean, you can still do it with 315. You know, I mean, Bert's is 305 or something like that, 315, 310. And, you know, he gets it done. But you ask him, he'll tell you it's definitely a little bit of work sometimes. All right, just making sure there's no winches over top of the tires. And then one guy used to run for us. He had he was an owner op. He had a 330 or 335. That truck was long, I tell you what. Okay. Well, let's head back to the barn. I almost forgot to show y'all. We picked up a new truck. It's a, it's like an 04, 385, I think. Oh, it's an 01. Well, it was made in 01, so it's probably an 02. Pretty nice shape on the inside. It's only got like 480,000 miles. It had a 10-speed in it. They just put an 18 in it. It's probably going to get some paint here. I think they put some new rubber across the back. It's, yeah, I got it at auction. Pretty good price. And I think it's just going to be the local little Hostler extra truck. It's got a 6NZ cat in it. And yeah, it's not, you know, it's got this big, ugly fiberglass hood, you know, 385. It's not really anything to write home about, looks-wise, but for the money, it's got a locker in it, which is pretty sweet. And it's got chain hangers even, which you can tell those have done a number on the tank, which is why we always keep a mud flap in between the tank and the chain hanger. But yeah, that's the new truck right there. So I'm sure at some point I'll probably get a video in it, moving and running around or something. But for now, I don't know if these are brand. No, those are old. It's got some lights on it. It ain't too bad. Ain't too bad, but that is gonna do it for today's episode, y'all. I'm gonna go hop in the Suburban and head for the house. But I do appreciate you guys following along. Don't forget, keep an eye out. I'm gonna get a Shopify account set up so we can manage the hat orders through that. And yeah. But in the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. And the next one, we should be driving this girl again. Oh yeah. All right, guys.